I'm doing like Jaguar right now. So last night in the wee hours of the night, Brian Mcknight went live in the dark on a farm with a cigar, okay? Gloating about winning a lawsuit against his ex-wife, Julie Mcknight, whom we interviewed, okay? About a book that he's, I guess, was upset about. I didn't see why he was upset about the book because she said she really didn't mention him, okay? But, you know, it's been quite the family affair on social media with the sons and, you know, Brian and him, to me, seeming like he's dissing his own kids for no reason at all. And then they're having to come on social media and defend themselves. Julie has actually been quite quiet, so she decided to just monetize it and put it in a book. We did interview her. I believe that interview, that it's called Mama Bear. Please pick it up on Amazon. And I'm sure after this whole story goes viral, we get it going, I'm sure her book sales will see an increase because he's obviously pissed about this book, I guess allegedly, because I haven't read it. I just interviewed her. So y'all got to tell me what it's about. Painting him as an absent father, or somehow that he abandoned his kids. And I do want to state, Julie, I'm sorry that I have to do this because he did go live. And I hate to, you know, aid in someone's grief because, you know, their son died on this day, actually yesterday, last year on this day. And he decided to go live to gloat about winning a lawsuit against his ex-wife, a lawsuit that no one knew about, not even me. And I'm going to tell you more about why we don't know about it after you watch this video. Watch this punk ass nigga, and I don't give a damn what he got to say. Sue me for calling you a punk. Let's go.
It's been a long journey getting to this day, October 16th, 2025. But we are here in the English countryside, about an hour and a half outside of London, and the verdict is in. We've been quiet, listening to liars continue to lie and keeping to ourselves, living and loving our life, as we said, leaving everything in God's hands and letting our lawyer do the talking. But according to the courts, trying to ruin my name and trying to bring harm to my family in a book filled with lies equals $8.8 million. And this is just the beginning, because anyone and everyone that helped promote these lies will hear from my lawyer in the days to come. No weapon formed against us shall prosper. That from my voicemail is the voice of a liar.
Do not text Nico again. Do not call Nico again. Leilani, if you are also checking these messages, that goes for you as well. I am very serious about this. I am very serious about this. Do not text him, period. Period. Please understand that. And Brian, you know me. You know me. And you know that I mean what I'm saying to you.
That really rubbed me the wrong way because, you know, and I want to correct some information that I just put out. He didn't post it on the day that the son died. He posted it on the deceased son's birthday. And so this was a jab at the mom. And so this lawsuit where he claims that he won $8.8 million and the verdict is in and he's excited. He's in London at the countryside and, you know, no weapon formed to me shall prosper because, you know, they hit his pockets. I ain't gonna lie. He was losing gigs in the U.S., but having to post in the U.K. and other places like that. He's still singing the same damn songs. Same damn songs. Y'all gotta watch that interview with Miss Julie because it was messy. And I like that she was real about herself too. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just all about him or all about the kids. It was about her life as well too. And I do appreciate that. If we have to rerun it as a throwback, we can. But it is a very, very interesting interview, and I felt like she was fair. I felt like she wasn't trying to bash him at all. Now, I don't know what goes on behind the scenes, and obviously that recording is out of context because to me it sounds like she's saying stop calling because if you would have saw, and I don't know if y'all remember the way he was coming at his kids and naming the kids that he has now with the Asian wife, the same names as he already named his kids with her, as if he's trying to erase history. And she came on the show to explain to us what happened and why the kids don't fuck with him and why he's upset. It's really petty. It's nothing I feel that warrants social media slander or anything like that. It just felt like some, you know, deadbeat daddy problems, I guess. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But here's the thing. So he obviously pissed the boys off, and we've reached out to the boys, Brian Mcknight Jr., for an interview. And, he since declined because he was like, I just don't want to be a part of what my parents got going on. But he is so pissed at Brian uploading this video. And Brian cut the comments off on that video. He cut the comments off on that video on his page. Because he could not take y'all dragging his ass. He could not take it. I don't think he understands who his audience is. Like the same woman you dragging, the same woman you're trying to replace, in the people's eyes, these are the same women that buy your records, that come to your concerts. You don't get to do that and just replace that woman with another woman and then slander her in the process. No, you don't get to do that. So I can see why y'all was dragging him, why you guys are canceling shows and not buying tickets and stuff like that. But for the son to have to jump in it, hear what he got to say. I like how he taking up for his mama.
I've tried, man. I've tried really, really hard. Mm-hmm. To not touch on the shit. To let it go. To be the bigger person. To be mature. To be something. But the shit going on with my dad right now, man. If y'all aren't seeing what's happening, if y'all aren't seeing the fact that this is just a very hurt and a very emotionally unavailable and not intelligent person, the person that is still have not been able to handle the death of his own mother.
Damn!
The things that we're seeing him go through right now. To decide to make certain posts on my late brother's birthday. Say what you want, dog. But the gloves are off for me, just to keep it real. And there's... And the thing about it is just like, I get it, man. Our parents, they're humans too. They've gone through things too. Whatever the grievances they have against each other, whatever. My issue is, though, man, you don't want me to start talking about the things that I had to deal with in my childhood, the things that I will take to my grave, the things that my brother took to his grave that we could put out there, the things that we could say as a son, as a teenager, as a 15-year-old that my brother was when we started touring, the things that we went through together, the things that we actually saw, the things that we actually lived with and dealt with because our dad wasn't emotionally intelligent enough nor mature enough to actually be a father. You don't want that. And without even getting too deep, man, it's like to do it on my brother's late birthday, my baby brother's heavenly birthday, his first heavenly birthday. This is the post you decide to make? That's not petty? You don't think people are going to realize that that's ridiculous? And that it's obviously strategic? Who are you trying to hurt if it's not me and my mother and our family? Who are you trying to hurt? Who are you trying to hurt, man? Which has always been my issue. Which is why way back when that started all this, I made the post that I made because I knew that this was the only thing that would get you, man. Maybe that was my fault. I've taken accountability for it. But it's become obviously clear, and maybe not even just me, and I'm hoping to the masses that we're dealing with someone that has unchecked trauma that they're not dealing with. And to everybody else, man, use us as an example for the fact that it's like, don't believe everything you see in the media either. There are multiple sides of a story. There are multiple sides of it. You know what I mean? Because you love this nigga's music, because you think you know this motherfucker, you don't. I do.
You supposed to bleep him.
My mama does. My dead bro, God rest his fucking soul, knows him. Who you gonna believe, man? This shit's stupid. It's petty. I hate it. I hate talking about it. I hate being a part of it. It's such a shame. We watched the Jonas Brothers and their families touring the world together. Should have been us. The problem was, my dad didn't want to do it. He just wanted to fuck bitches.
Oh!
So in closing, man, just to keep it real, This isn't the last. So in closing, man, just to keep it real, this isn't the last time we're going to talk about this, because I've realized that maybe it's time for me to start talking about this kind of stuff. Maybe it's time for me to start not airing shit out, but being vulnerable enough and open enough as someone that has lived an insane life. I'm going to start talking about these things, man. It's unfortunate that we're going through this with my father. It's unfortunate that y'all are watching my father and my mother duke it out publicly. But what I can assure you is, though, the truth will be revealed. You'll feel it. You'll know it to be true. If you actually have a heart, if you actually have a soul, and you at the very least try, you'll see the truth.
See, you don't mess with boys and you don't mess with boys' mamas. Lamine be fucking up Shaq. If he even see my husband, if he see his daddy kissing me on the cheek, he be like, hey, what you doing? Julie ain't got to worry about it. And I love how Julie just ignored it. You know, like she's been ignoring it. Julie didn't even want to talk to me until her book was done. She was like, I want this done in a tasteful way. I don't want to come out responding to him because that's what he wants. He wants a reaction. You know, he wants to be seen as like this good guy. He hates how he's a narcissist. He wants the narrative to be, and in his favor. And I felt like, I don't know, when he made that video in the car, I felt like he was throwing shots at me. For anybody that published these lies in the book or helped promote it, my lawyers is coming after you for what? Brother, you still ain't found Jaguar right. The last I checked, you asked the court to put a ad in the paper to let Jaguar Wright know because you cannot serve her because she's homeless, my nigga. Like, we could have told you that. Fuck. Imagine you using God's money that you could be paying to your church and paying tithes with to chase down a homeless schizophrenic. Don't play with me. Oh, my God. He's sitting up like he big dog with a Cuban cigar, like he got millions of dollars of shit. And you on YouTube watching what? Jaguar? And you want to use the court because you got more money than everybody you chasing. I need some water. To bully. I need some water, Shake. Shit went down the wrong pipe. The bully folks. Respect that. I'm glad his son was like, talk to me. It's man to man now. Man got online bullying his own damn daughter. His daughter ain't even said nothing. She entering college. Y'all remember that? Thank you, baby. Now, I'm going to tell you this here. According to the 8.8 million, we could not verify that. And this is strange, okay? If you win that type of judgment, you wouldn't have to go live to tell us about it at all. It would automatically show up. We didn't even know that he filed a lawsuit against Julie. We knew about Jaguar Wright. He announced that. That was easy fine, right? But we didn't know about Julie. We didn't know that you were suing your ex-wife. And so when we looked in the county where this case is supposed to be, nothing. There was no jury trial. We can't find nothing. I had 3 people on it today. TMZ ain't even got the shit. So what does that tell you? Something ain't adding up. Talking about the courts, we got the verdict in. If we got the verdict in, we would have saw you coming out of court. Don't you go to trial to get a verdict? Or did you get a default judgment? Since you can't find people to serve them, you're the only person I know running around here trying to sue Jaguar Wright. What? She at the Motel 6. Go knock on each door and find out which one she in. Oh my God. True story. I was 37, pregnant, and my ass was on a walker. Why? He took all my damn vitamin D. Now, even though I was taking a prenatal, he took that too, and I was breastfeeding, and he took more. I didn't find out until 3 years later that my vitamin D was so low. I took a test. Here's the test. And as you can see, severely so low in vitamin D3 that they had to supplement me 50,000 IUs, my doctor, okay, at 40 years old. I couldn't walk from my office to my house, which was across the street. I had to wear thick sole shoes just to ease up the pain on my feet. Would have known it would have been a simple vitamin deficiency. And so for that reason, I keep me some vitamin D3. Why? Because it helps the body to absorb calcium, to support the immune system so that the immune system won't cause inflammation, which will cause pain. And so this is the one that I particularly use, which is 10,000 IUs. It is flavored. I love that it has vitamin C here. You don't need to take it every day. I would suggest that you do talk to your doctor. You may need a test. Hop on shoptkdeals.com. Use the coupon code TK10 to get 10% off this very potent vitamin D3, okay?